Welcome to St. Edward's University. As freshmen, you have to take 2 writing courses your first year. You might have AP credit to skip the first writing course, but do you know enough about writing to bypass St. Edward's Writing 1301 course? Here's what I've learned and what I think students who have completed the course should know. 1301 students know that good writers draw from their past experiences to reveal their identity. They see the social element of writing, where good writers acknowledge their audience's needs and are always reflecting to write more effectively. Let's take a closer look at each component. First, good writers apply knowledge and skills they've gained from prior experiences to new writing situations. I've seen this happen in my own life. When learning to write in elementary school, we used a traffic light's 3 colors as a reminder. Green meant go write a topic sentence, yellow meant slow down and find 3 supporting points, and red meant stop and conclude. With this structure, we wrote 5 sentences and later in middle school 5 paragraphs. At my high school, we used the claim lead-in data warrant structure to write more elaborate body paragraphs, but the traffic light structure was still there. Intro with a thesis or topic sentence, multiple body paragraphs that are your supporting points, and a conclusion. Throughout the years, I repurposed the same general structure to fit my increasingly complex assignments. Authors Robertson, Taxack, and Yancey call this a remix model. Beginning with the basic traffic light structure, I eventually reworked such knowledge and practice to address new tasks every year. Good writers use these past experiences to reveal their identity. My writing is heavily influenced by my background and upbringing. From a young age, I learned to value good grammar and varying sentence structure because my teachers emphasized these aspects. We corrected grammatical mistakes in daily oral language exercises and mastered complex and compound sentences. When I text my family and friends, my cultural background influences what and how I write. I use a blend of English and Chinese words. There are some phrases and words that are special to each culture, so I use both to communicate my thoughts more accurately. As learned in 1301, writing is a way of making meaning of the life we have led and are leading and may lead. Our writing represents who we are, and as we continue to write, we keep reinventing and discovering new parts of ourselves. As I just mentioned, writing reflects our identity, and this is one of the many ways in which it's a social activity. I've definitely seen this in college. For one class, I had to write a film proposal. The idea I ended up using was inspired by the first film we watched in class, Psycho. I wrote a suspenseful plot that was to be set to eerie music and filmed with shot reverse shots, a technique Hitchcock used in the film. Everyone pitched their ideas in class and we got feedback from each other and the professor. My teacher asked me to consider the length of the final film, and one of my classmates suggested how to film a particular scene. 1301 students know that good writers draw upon other people, specifically the ideas and experiences of countless others. In the end, I tweaked my proposal based on my classmates' and teachers' supportive comments and constructive criticism. Writing is also social because we write to meet the needs of our audiences. Good writers create text for their readers to construct meaning from. Think about your middle and high school literature classes. Your teachers asked you questions about themes, motifs, and important quotes. You might have had Socratic discussions or fishbowls. To prepare for these conversations, I remember using the primary text and secondary sources like literary criticisms in addition to my own ideas. By pulling knowledge from multiple sources, I derived my own understanding of the text. Class discussions helped us engage more deeply and fully in a conversation that extends beyond the boundaries of any particular reading. Good writers think about how they can compose works that allow readers to make connections, form their own opinions, and share their ideas with others. What happens as we construct meaning for our audiences? We reflect. In fact, good writers reflect before, during, and after they write to make their text more effective. I remember keeping a writing journal in 6th grade where we would write what we learned and observations we made. I don't keep a writing journal anymore, but I do think about the process and final product each time I write. I think about the strengths and weaknesses of the piece, how it compares to what I've written in the past, and what feedback I should consider and apply. As we write and revise, we theorize and question areas like processes, practices, beliefs, attitudes, and understandings about writing, and consider why we made the rhetorical choices we did. Cognition and metacognition, aka mental processes and being aware about our thinking, are vital parts of the reflection process. Completing a task is important, but reflection makes us question why and how we're doing something. We are challenged to think more critically.
Created using Powtoon.